I'm Boy George, and this is my house, but you can call it a crib if you wish. Please come in. I was joking, you can't come in. This is my entranceway into my house, and it's basically full of rubbish at the moment. I'm not getting rid of this. I don't know why that's here, but it is. It's a bit ethnic, a bit gothic, a bit modern. It's a bit confused, like me, basically. This is an old fireplace that I bought in a junk shop. This wasn't actually here, I just put it in because I thought it kind of made the hallway look a bit more homely, although it's quite grand. These are pictures of my friends, my godchildren, nieces, nephews, boyfriends. There's another picture of John Moss there when he was young and gorgeous. He'll hate me for saying that. This is my living room, which has just been decorated, so it's kind of half done. When I first bought this house, obviously I did some appalling things to this house. Hung chairs from the ceiling and painted the walls pink. Over the last 2 years, I've been kind of decorating it and trying to make it more like a reflection of who I am now. As you can see, it's kind of got a bit of a religious theme again. Very old kind of crosses, very Catholic. People always come in this house and kind of think it's odd that there's so many religious references, but I was kind of brought up vaguely Catholic. Christian, Catholic, Catholic. I think it stays with you. I think it's one of those things that you can't escape from. Because I used to be really against it, and as I've gotten older, I've just tended to kind of embrace it a bit more. I'm not your typical Christian, obviously. Do you want to go upstairs? This wall here isn't finished yet. This is my kind of rogues gallery. As you can see, I have a huge picture of Madonna. I lived in New York in about 1986, and I was walking down the road and I went past this art gallery and there were two paintings in the window, one of Madonna and one of me, and the guy saw us looking in the window and said, come in, and said, would I sign the picture of me? And I said, okay, I'll sign the picture of me if you give me the Madonna one. And he was like, don't you want the one of you? And I said, no, why do I want a picture of me? This is my bedroom, this is my favourite room in the house. I spend a lot of time in here, sleeping. Probably the most extravagant thing that I've ever purchased is this bed. A very famous penis chairs. The carving on these chairs was done by a guy called Dave Baby. The people who made the furniture are called Frick and Frack, and I said, do what you want, obviously because it was for me. They went to town. When you sit down, they go back. People normally sit on these chairs and put their hands on the penises and then kind of realise that they're penises and freak out. Why? I don't know, because it's wood. It's not going to harm you. Come in. This is kind of, I think the word decadent would be a good way to describe this bathroom. I tend to shower, but if I've got time to take a long, relaxing bath, then I'm getting my old Victorian brass bath. And the kind of toilet thing is also Victorian. It doesn't flush. This bathroom was originally 2 rooms, and it had this kind of fake ceiling, and we knocked the ceiling down, and that was the shape of the roof, and so we just turned it into a kind of glass roof. This is a cast of my hero, David Bowie. I just think of Bowie as being my kind of lucky charm, because, you know, he's sort of the person that inspired me to be a musician, and there's only 2 of these, so I bought one. This is my kind of music room. This is where I kind of listen to records and get ready for my DJ gigs. This is a mix I've just done for a girl called Amanda Ghost, and I'll just stick it on at the most exciting bit. I've got Krishna, I've got Kiss. This one here was given to me by Tori Amos. When she had her most successful album, this was her lucky charm. Hopefully when I make my next record, it will have a similar effect. And then we go into kind of mezzanine area. This is one of my favourite ever things because it's just hilarious. Nancy Reagan and Boy George under the covers last weekend. And this is kind of my sort of other TV room. It's got a bit of a kind of Moroccan Casbah effect in it. This is Ganesh. There's an Indian elephant god, and Ganesh is the remover of all obstacles. And I just love that. And that came back from India with me. This is kind of really where I spend most of my time. This is where I watch TV and hang out with friends. I have a little sofa down here, you sit and watch TV. So this kind of leads down to kitchen area. And this is kind of one of my most treasured possessions. My friend Paul Starr, who's a makeup artist in America, was working with David Bowie in '93, and he got this for my birthday from David Bowie. I was like a real hardcore Bowie fan. I used to sit outside his house. Probably about the only person that I'm kind of still slightly obsessive about. I've met him once and he was lovely. He's my idol. One of the reasons why I bought the house, because the kitchen was so big. I think the kitchen is the kind of belly, the heart of the house. It's bigger than my mum's kitchen, which is why I like it. I cook. Pretty good cook. I do a lot of kind of like macrobiotic, it's very boring, brown rice, things like that, tofu. And this leads into the back garden. It's a bit of a luxury having a back garden in central London, but you don't spend a lot of time in it because it's really cold in London. But in the summer, this is a heavenly place to be. One thing I should mention about the house is it's all been kind of feng shui, so a lot of the stuff that's been done to the house is in keeping with that, and the garden also. Don't ask me to explain it though. I can't. I just believe everything I'm told. Well, it has been a real pleasure showing you around my crib, or my house. But unfortunately, I've got to go to Miami. I've got to pack, so I'd like you all to leave. It's been beautiful. Goodbye.